Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Long time no see.
Okay.
That's been a while.
Yes. And I don't know what, but now you look thinner, right? Thinner, I mean.
I am thinner. I am thinner. I had my baby. I think it's been a year, right?
Yes. I don't know, but now I think you're better.
I look better now.
Yes, for
Thank you.
sure. The last
Thank
time I
you.
saw you, I feel like that time you feel a little bit tired.
I was pregnant. I was
Yes, for sure.
yes, I was like almost giving birth, I think. Yeah, I taught you until I think after the last time we saw each other, 1 week later, I gave birth. So yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. No
And
problem.
I've heard that you also did IELTS test already.
I tried for the first time.
Amazing. And
Um,
I heard that the score was great. Can
yeah,
you
actually,
remind
the
me?
listening score was right because I didn't expect that I could get band 8.
You could. I told you before your English was great. Yeah, it was amazing. You could communicate and even study in English very well. Um, Tell me a little bit about you. Update to me. So, okay, overall, how much you got?
Actually, I got 6.5. Is was
Huh?
6.5 for the overall score.
How?
Um,
Okay. At listening 8 point,
yes.
reading.
I don't know. Here, let me tell you. Actually, the listening was the highest, 8. Yeah, it's. I think it was unexpected for me. Then writing. Actually, I just reached my aim because when I study at this center, when I study from you, I told that I just needed to get 6.5. Yeah, and finally I did it.
So writing 6.5 and
Yes,
reading was like
reading. Oh my God, reading was 6. I don't know because when I practice at home, I usually have three band score 6.5, 7, and sometimes 7.5. But maybe I don't know. I would say that for me it was too difficult, or somehow I say it was bad for me. It was unlucky for me that day.
I think because of the nerve system, you got nervous when you did the reading in the actual exam
No,
place.
I don't think so because I think
Really?
that kinds of exercise was truly difficult for me because when I practice at home, yeah, when I have to deal with this, so the results was not good. I have to accept it. Maybe I think mainly because of the vocabularies. Yeah.
Vocabularies, maybe. Yes, okay. And speaking?
Yeah, speaking was unexpected. I was disappointed because I didn't know why I got 6. Yeah, for sure. I don't know because my teacher, when I told her about my score, and she was extremely shocked and surprised because when I studied at her English center, I was the only student who took the test, and I even got 7 from 7 to 7.5. Yeah, before the exam, I was totally confident in myself. Then when I entered the room, maybe because I was nervous, but I don't know.
Let me,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so how about let's do a test and
yes,
I
yes.
want to see what was wrong. Okay?
Okay,
What
yes,
went
for
wrong?
sure.
All
I
right.
just remember that one thing was in my mind. I just gave him maybe a quite very short and basic answer because I just answer as normal, but she no, he always stopped me, and I didn't know why he stopped me.
Okay, so I think I think
Yes.
because you got six in speaking. So I need to test you to
Yes.
confirm what I think. But
Okay.
this is what I think is that your explanation and your analyzing for your answer is repeat. Sorry,
Repeat.
was repeat. So
Okay.
technically, you think you are explaining it or you were explaining it, explaining your topic sentence, your answer,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
But you didn't. You just basically paraphrase the topic
Um.
sentence. You didn't really explain yourself or explain your answer or analyze your examples. Okay? You might give out an example, but it wasn't clear enough,
Yes.
or it doesn't support
Persuade.
or
Yes.
stand out, or even to explain and analyze or even confirm the answer pretty well. That can be the case that the reason why you got six.
Yes, because I sometime like because I took four mock speaking tests at my English center, and one of them was six. So the teacher says that because of my pronunciation, it didn't like it wasn't clear enough, and then my example sometimes it wasn't clear enough.
Yes. Example, if it's not, so six, it mean that you did the part one perfectly. You did part two
Oh,
amazing.
really?
But part three, yes, part three is the thing that part two and part three usually are two parts that actually make you different. For
Yes.
example, define you if you're above seven or more. So, yes, you have to answer part three like you writing a task two.
Yeah, oh my God. Back then I had that thought, but I think sometimes if I use too much like academic vocabularies, so it seems like I am writing, I am not speaking, so I confused and I didn't follow that way.
To be honest, it's a tricky way because speaking, they
Yeah,
do test how you speak. But with part three, they test how you can, technically, this is what part three do. Part
yes.
three is mean that they test how you use English to give a presentation or a speech or
Oh,
have a good academic knowledge of
okay.
something. So, uh, it's you don't have to be so formal like you writing test two, but
Yes,
the only thing that you can do in part three that in writing task two you can't do is using phrasal verb. You
yes,
can use phrasal verb for speaking. You can. So you can actually make yourself more flexible and more relaxed to speak English, to express your ideas. However, the structures, the ideologies to answer part three is the same like you writing task two. That's the only
yes,
difference. And make it short. Yeah, so
yes,
let me give you an example. My friends just did an IELTS test in Australia and they were talking about sport water, for example, water sport,
yes.
sorry, water sport. And they asked like if the water sport affect the nature life, okay? Or like
Wow.
imbalance the nature life. And obviously the answer is yes, because in Australia people surf a lot. But they also in Australia, the government very strict with the laws to protect the nature. For example, you cannot go fishing. If you catch the fish, it has to be this size or this size for typical of fish to be able to catch. Yeah. So how uh like how the government should improve more, like should uh protect, like what they should do to protect the nature more, but still maintain those water sports. So what she need to do, my friend, she didn't do it very well. But when we sat
Yes.
down, what she needed to do was technically answer yes or no. Yes, the government confirm it again. The government need to do better to protect
Yes.
the nature better because for the very beginning, water sport was not supposed to be there. The nature was there for thousand, hundred, million, billions of years. Water sport just exists for probably a few decades, right?
Yes.
So, how it affects, she need to say it. She need to explain it. Okay. She need to answer like, yes, the government should. You just need to give like one answer. Like she said that the government should ban or should
Yeah.
technically divide water sport into season. Okay.
Okay.
So there are seasons that people allowed to do this water sport. Other seasons they're not allowed. So that means the nature can take a break, can rest a little bit. And you
Yes.
have to she has to explain. She has to explain that the reason why. So that's why she explained that she just gave out the example like, okay, fishing. She just goes straight away. She doesn't explain it anymore. She just gave out the ideas like seasonal water sport. And she just gave out, for example, fishing. People should only allow to fish in the summer only
Yes.
or in the winter only. Yeah. And because of this and that, and that also support the nature. So the rest of the years they can reborn, they can rest, they can grow, and it's not gonna affect that much. Just one season is not gonna destroy the ocean. Yes, like that. And
Okay.
they already apply with the rules like, okay, how to catch a fish and what type of fish and what size of the fish that they can catch. Very good. So the the reason here, sorry, the strategy here is that you don't explain. You take
Yes.
out the examples and you analyze it.
So
Okay?
I think, yeah, because when I practiced at my English center, I don't know how, but like my teacher, even though she can see my potential, but I feel like sometimes she is too confident in my ability, and maybe she doesn't care much. Yeah.
Uh, yes
So
and no. Yes and no. I don't know how to answer that, but I think both yes and no.
yeah.
Because
No,
it
actually, my IELTS class has three teachers. Like, I mean, sorry, three students, and actually, I learned from two teachers.
I see. I see. Um, and also, yeah, that sometimes you just need to use the example and analyze it. And also, how to use English naturally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, so they might catch that. All right. So shall we begin with our test and then we can start to practice some uh forecast speaking test.
Yes, yes.
All right. Okay. Do you live in a house or an apartment?
Frankly speaking, now I am living in a house with my parents, and I have been living in this place for nearly 20 years. But in the near future, or even in the far future, I don't have any plans to move to other kinds of accommodation.
Okay. Very well.
Yeah.
What do you like most about your home?
Well, let me think a little bit. If I have to choose one thing that I am very enjoy about my house, I would say it is my bedroom because this is my own space, so I can freely do whatever I want, such as uh, playing games, learning, studying, or even working without any disturb from other people.
So you are studying.
Okay, yes, now I am a third year student at my universities, and besides that, I am also working as a teaching assistant at an English center which located near my house.
All right. So how would you describe your studying environment?
Well, if I have to describe my studying environment, I would say in the few words, uh, be quiet. I mean quiet, um, and how do I say? I now I am studying online, so I do not go to the official class anymore. That's why I say it quiet and peaceful because I do not have to communicate with a lot of people, which avoid so many conflicts. Yeah, I would say my educational environment is quiet and peaceful.
Okay. Do you have a favorite artist?
While I would say that at the present, I am not fan of any artist because of my working and studying. I think these are my priorities, so I do not have enough time to follow any celebrities on the internet.
Okay. What kind of things usually make you feel happy?
Well, there are plenty of things which can improve my mood, but I think the most uh, activities which help me to feel happy is watching movie, especially in the evening before I go to sleep. It can help me to forget all the uh, tiredness and sadness. So it's just very attractive because I, uh, I don't know, but I can freely immerse myself into that world, and I uh, feel not anxious anymore.
Okay. Thank you. Right. I will send you the clue card, the
Yes,
information. You have 1 minute to prepare and sorry, not yet. Hold on with me.
yes.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Have you seen the chat in the chat?
Okay, I see it now.
Yes, you have 1 minute to prepare and go.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
you ready?
yes. Now I'm going to describe about a very noisy place that I have been. Actually, it happened yesterday when I went to my workplace. I am working at an English center as a teaching assistant. So yesterday, I when I entered my classroom, there were so many students there, and they make a lot of noises. I mean, they just talk to each other, and they didn't notice that there was a teacher in the class. So I remember that they were talking and laughing out loud. So at first, I was extremely irritated because uh, it seemed like they didn't notice and they didn't respect me. Then I tended to shout at them, but finally I have to remind myself that I needed be patient. Then I just uh, distracted them from their conversations by saying hello. Then they slowly paid attention to me and stopped making conversation with each other. So finally, I think I can control them easily and stop them making any noise. So, yeah, I would say that I was mad at first, but after controlling them successfully, I felt better and I was satisfied with my students' attitude. I would say that this situation happened for me so often. So maybe at first I didn't get used to it, but now I think it was quite normal for me.
Thank you. Very well. Okay. Let's move on to part three.
Yes.
What are the, sorry, what are the common causes of noise in cities?
Well, in my opinion, I do believe it that there are several key factors which create the noises in the city. First of all, the traffic jam. Well, I mean, during the rush hour, there are so many vehicles on the road. Everybody use their cars, motorbikes. They make a lot. I mean, they make a lot of noises, which can disturb people and cause anxiety and stress. Besides that, sometime on special events such as Tet holiday or the Independent Days in Vietnam, when people celebrate and hold so many parties, they make, they just turn on music very loud and they sing out loud. So this can cause the noises which make other people feel uncomfortable. So I think these are two main reasons why there are so many noises in the urban area.
Do you think people are becoming more tolerant to noise?
Well, can you explain that questions for me?
So people getting used to the noise.
Yes, definitely. I say that people get used to the noise. In fact, they have to adopt with it uh, environment. As I mentioned before, the noise comes from varieties of places, such as the road due to the traffic jam, or such as the households because they are celebrating something. At first, maybe people feel angry about these situations, but time by time, they have to figure out how to adapt with these. For example, they try to focus on their priorities, such as working and studying, to forget their noises, or they choose to move to other places, which is quieter and more peaceful. For example, they can choose to live in the countryside instead of living in the cities.
Okay, one last one.
Yes.
Should governments take strong action to control noise level?
Well, personally speaking, I think that I am not an expert in this field. So, okay, if I have to give my idea, I would say that somehow the government try to give a strong punishment to control the noise from the crowd, but it's just it's really effective in some cases, like for example, in a very important event in Vietnam, such as Tết holiday or in the Independent Days, when there are so many police on the road, they already controls any negative uh, thing which will happen on the road, such as accident or making conflicts between the citizens. But in another cases, I think the government cannot control the noise really effectively. Like for example, the many Vietnamese neighborhood keeps the habit of singing out loud, but the authority just don't care about that, even though so many times these activities irritates people around. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I can see the what's going on in here. I
Okay.
told the center that I will give you the result after today, but I think I can note down what's happened. Okay. Um, let's go back to part one.
Yes.
Part one, too long. Your answer is too long.
Yes, for sure. Um, I noticed that maybe I just gave you 5 to 6 sentences, right?
Well, every answer should be just 2 to 3
Yes.
sentences. You make a lot of repetitions, so it's not really good. People, examiner will cut you off. I didn't, but the examiner will definitely cut you off.
Yes.
Um, every part of your speaking, the organizing for your structures are messy. You
Yes.
have, you have, you brought up with everything. Yes, you brought up with every good structure, like you have topic sentence, you have answers, you have explanation, then you have examples. Very good. You for part one, you have answer and then you have expanding ideas. However, it is organized. Like you keep going back, you keep paraphrasing, you keep repeat the ideas, you keep repeat the example, you keep come to the conclusions multiple times. Uh, that will cause you the coherence and fluency of your
So,
speech.
yes, the solution is that I should cut off the length. Yes.
Well, technically, we're gonna trick your brain. Is that the ideal? Okay, what we want, the ideal is that you have to give us a clear answer. A clear answer is mean that one way straight, no repeat. For example,
Yes.
what do you like most about your home? You answer a lot, but I prefer if you could do this, you just need to say that it was my bedroom because I have my own space and I can do a lot of multiple activities without disturbance. Done. That's it. If
Yes.
you can give a little bit more. For example, I can watch movie without anyone interrupting. Done. I can study because it's quiet. It's my space. Okay? Or
Yes.
I can just dance without feeling embarrassing. Okay. Because nobody can see me. Um, just choose one example to extend, but I want to make it short, simple, like that. What you did was coming back. You coming back to the ideas of like, oh, my bedroom is like very uh private and stuff like that. So it's not good, okay?
Yes.
It's not really good. Uh Here you said that is my bedroom. Uh and last okay, you don't need to repeat the questions also. Just answer straight away. Okay, the room that I like the most would be, I would give you the answer is that
Mm.
it would be the bedrooms. Oh, for this question, it would be the bedrooms because I have my own space and I have my freedom to do things that I can do, that I want to do without disturbance. Example, dancing nakedly or dancing without feeling embarrassing. Other people can see me. Done. That's it. However, you repeating it, so I can't really whatever my person playing do you? Yeah, you do repeat it a lot. You
Oh,
keep you have even though that your answer uh here, this is what you answer because it is my own space, so I can freely do whatever I want, such as playing games, learning, studying,
oh,
or even
yes,
working without any disturb from other people. Too long. And the organizing, so you can see the difference between my answer and your answer is that you listing out. Okay. However, my answer make it short and highlight the reasons. The reasons that I have my own space. That's it.
yes.
I can do things without disturbance. Disturbance is better than disturb from other people. Okay?
Okay.
Use your word. Yeah. Um, Other same with other part one questions.
Yes.
Okay? And part for part one in general, I'll give you 6.5 to 6. 6 to 6.5 depends, but I will give you 6.5. But in the exam, they might give you 6 because they already cut you off in midway.
Yes.
Okay, pronunciation's very good. 6.5. However, there are a lot of past tense errors.
Oh, really?
Yes. Uh, Let me check my notes again.
Yes.
Oh, I say grammar errors. I shouldn't even note down. What was that? Um, uh,
Yeah. Because I
let
just
me,
tried the best to use the past tense, but somehow maybe it
the
didn't work.
pronunciation. Yes, it was the pronunciation. You're supposed to pronounce ed or change the word have to had, something like
Yes.
that. It caused the pronunciation score, and it's also affect the grammar score as well. So yeah, it's not really good. However, yes. With part two, let's move on to part two, shall we?
Yes.
Um, Part two, the fluency was not smooth. How you start the answer was a little bit awkward.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I remember that I will the word discuss or describe.
Well, it's not like you when so with part two, because you have 1 minute to prepare, people expect you, if you want to have more than seven, people expect you to start strong because you
Yes.
have the preparations with you already. So you need to start strong to get good score or to basically make a good impressions. Sorry. Um, so what you start was like Uh, um, uh, well, I can do. You started slow, and you started with a hesitating
Yes.
attitudes. It was not really good. People won't minus won't decrease your score because of that, but it they don't give you a good mark for that. Okay.
Yes.
Um, the structure of your task two was okay because we already gave you the structure. You just need to base on it. But again, a lot of repetition, a lot of confirmations, a lot of grammar errors, mostly how you pronounce. You speak quite good speed, very good. Um, you have clear structure. You repeat a lot of words. For example, noises. Well, I mean, so those
Oh,
you shouldn't have because you already have 1 minute to prepare, right? And it's
yeah.
informal. Your vocabulary was informal, technically. Creating the noises, create noise. For example, those are vocabulary and grammar mistake. Sing out loud uh, is quite informal. Okay, sing
Yes.
it loudly or express the max volumes of singing. It's accurate, but it's informal. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And part three is, well, part two, I will also give you 6.5. And the same with part three, I'll give you 6.
Yes.
Yeah, so with part three, it's happened with the same problem with part one. Um, repeating vocabularies. You have good clear structure here, but you repeat a lot. Uh, you could have good developments and examples, not
Oh,
really fluency, not really fluent, sorry, not really fluently. Some hesitations at the start, and some grammar errors like adapt with. No, it's adapt to. Time by time, over time, over the time, something happened. Independence Day
yes.
is pronunciations. The the many Vietnamese neighborhood, not quite correct. Many Vietnamese neighborhood. Thế thôi. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
yeah.
I mean, like I think that you highlight my main mistake was giving the answers too long, and I just make a lot of repetition.
Also, I can see that the vocabularies are informal.
Yes.
You don't use too many phrasal verb. That's okay. But your linking words are
Conjunction, right?
the conjunctions need to be improved, need to be more priorities, priorities. Um, and also it's not deep enough.
Oh, yes.
So, for example, it will happen. It will happen because part three is for discussions, right?
Yes.
So you need to get deep to have a high score. I would say, for example, the government takes stronger action to control noise level, should or should not. You said you don't have much of ideas for these questions. Um, however, you do know that the government should do something, and you can just list out what they haven't done and what they can do. For example, the government actually trying to control it by banning karaoke in public. That is the first step. Secondly, they should improve the public traffic transportations. Uh, because you already said a lot in the above question is that the noises come from uh two things. You should restructure it again. For the second questions, do you think people are becoming tolerant of noises? I think it's good is that if before you start, you can just list out, okay, I have two ideas. One is that from vehicles like automobiles, bikes, motorbikes, because those come from exhausts. A lot of people still use petrol vehicles. So those petrol vehicles still make make noises. If people can change it into electricity vehicles, for example, it will support the environment because it's quiet. Secondly, is that government can create more public transportation. It doesn't just improve the air quality, but also avoiding too many noises come from the private vehicles. All right. And lastly, you also mentioned that many people like neighborhoods that quite noisy and loudly. People speak loudly. People do a lot of activities that affects the volumes with max volume that affect other people's life, for example, like that. Then yeah, the government did come out with the solution is that banning karaoke in public, or the government should uh separate uh the areas from the entertaining area to the citizen residence areas, or the government what I just remember I forgot. The government can put a curfew. I remember Hanoi used to have a curfew. Curfew was at 11 p.m. Yes, that's really good because after 11, the whole city is dead. And
Yes.
the environment and everybody has the time to reset. Okay?
Yes.
Unlike Ho Chi Minh City, we don't have curfew. We have noises 24 hours. So no. Yeah, so you can actually dig deep into your ideas and analyzing. You see that I gave you example. I gave you example and I don't really explain my ideas. I don't really explain my answer. I gave example and I analyze it. Okay? So that
Yes.
you can do to make your answer deeper without worrying about your vocabularies. Sometimes vocabulary we can use it, we can upgrade it. What I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to help you to use whatever vocabulary you having right now, using it, master it, and then you can actually update and upgrade your vocabulary and try to practice it again. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Because at the present, I don't want to learn any new words instead of using my own.
Yes, with all of the vocabulary you have right now, you can use it perfectly. You can get 7. Trust me,
Yes.
your past teacher was correct. She said they should believe that you have potential to be 7. They what you need to do is just how you paraphrase and you use those words to express your idea more detail. What
Yes.
you did was that you explained on the surface. You didn't go deep down.
So I think actually I was a little bit confused, but I think now I should, instead of trying to analyze my answer, I should analyze my example clear, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That's work for both writing and speaking.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, and the better references, technically the better examples, detail example, the better.
Yes.
Yeah. For example, with speaking, you don't have to really, if you can, that would be amazing. For example, you said, uh, what are the common causes of noise in the cities? A lot of people can do this based on the research, based on the result of the survey of blah, 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 blah. Make it up.
Okay.
Nobody cares. Just make it up. But that make you become more academic when you give a speech. So instead of, for example, what are the common causes of the noise in the city? I wouldn't answer right like, I believe that it was caused by the traffic and stuff like that. I would say this, based on the results of the survey of BBC in
Yes.
2025, 50% of the noises in the city in London was caused by the traffic itself. And I do believe that it can apply to other big cities or other
Yes.
urbans around the world. Um, the next thing would be construction works or markets or entertainment areas with maybe lower percentage. For example, like 30%, 20%, things like that. If you can actually use that in your speech, then you will get a very good score.
Yes.
You understand? That means that I give out the answer and I analyze it with the
Yes.
example. But you
Okay.
don't have
So
to do that, okay? It's just one trick. It's just a
yes.
trick, okay? You don't have to do that, but you can use it, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Any question?
Actually, I just want to summarize some techniques for me because I
Yes.
feel like maybe I got band six because I misunderstood somewhere.
Well, I gave you
Yeah.
6.5 in the test with me. Yeah.
Uh, Actually, I was afraid because I don't know, but maybe in the class the teachers gave me a six. Okay, 6.5. Okay, but I just care about the real examiner.
I know, I know. Um, you want me to go down to the conclusions, like to summarize what you need to do,
Okay,
right?
for part one, yeah, for part one, I should cut down my answer, of course. Yeah.
Uh, can I say this? Let
Yes.
me organize everything for all of the part.
Okay. Yes.
You need to calm down.
Oh.
You need to calm down. You're doing great. You're doing great. The point is that you're speaking too fast. That
Oh.
cause repetitions. Okay?
Yes.
You need more time to prepare. And that means you need to slow down a little bit. Doesn't mean that you have to do this. I think it is like this. No, you give a lot of energy. Okay? And that's why you're always eager to speak. And you speak a lot, which is really good, but you repeat it.
Okay.
So, what I need you to do, or what you need to do, is that take a deep breath before answering and calm down so that you can have a chance to process in your brain. Because sometimes, if you notice that you speak really fast, that your brains haven't been able to follow, and at some point you repeat it, or at some point you pause. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how I should move on. Should I stop here? Should I keep going? And then you started to reconfirm it again. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. Secondly, paraphrasing. Uh, you have good vocabulary, but you haven't been able to use all of the forms of your vocab, okay? Of your vocab. technically basically how to use their nouns, their verbs,
Yes.
their adjectives, paraphrase your speech. Technically use a better form of vocab. Okay?
Yes.
And lastly, I just need you to focus on three things. First, lastly, um, have more examples. Focus on the examples.
Yes.
And by doing that, you have to read. You have to update your own knowledge. For let's say that Vietnamese is not used with water sport. Okay.
Yes.
If I give you that topic, you would quite like you would be frozen a little bit. So how to
Yes.
save yourself from that? You need to have a basic knowledge of everything. Okay. You cannot tell me that, okay, they asking me about medicines, medical, healthcare, and I don't have basic knowledge about it. Just use all of the knowledge that you know about that thing and dig deep into it. I don't know much about noise pollution, but at least I know that, yeah, the government is trying to do things. Like the government trying to change the petrol vehicles into electricity one and try to ban noises that affect that became a culture of Vietnamese is that karaoke in public happen
Yes.
everywhere. Now they banned it. See, at least I knew a little bit of those. Okay, so you should also knew a little bit of those.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's all. That's
But yeah, one more thing I want to ask you that about my grammar. Maybe
well, your
it's
craft. Yeah.
yeah, because I want to confirm that because mainly for my pronunciation. So it's just cut down decrease the grammar
Yes.
score.
Yes. The pronunciation does affect the grammar if you do the wrong tense. Okay, the
Yes.
grammar, you have good grammar right there. You have complex sentences. Very good. If you can use more condition sentences or um, passive voice, amazing. Okay.
Yes.
But if you're not confident with that, you're not comfortable with that, that's okay. Because conditional sentence are complex.
Yes. I don't know what are they.
Conditional sentence basically
Oh,
if
okay.
I
Oh,
do
okay. Okay.
this, blah blah blah. Yeah. Um, but yeah, your grammar is good. Keep that. Just the pronunciation, be careful with that. Okay? But
Yes.
I could see that, for example, you said an I have uh what did you say about part two? I have this experience before. I had some
Yes.
be careful with that, okay? Um yeah, that's all.
Yes.
We can try to make to push you to have 7 in speaking. But
Yes.
if you want 7.5, you need to update your vocabulary.
Yes.
So I'm just telling you that right now we're just aiming for 7. So that's why
Yes.
you can be safe with all the vocabularies that you're having right now. Okay? Uh, and try to use as much forms of those vocabulary as much as possible. Okay?
Yes.
All right. If you don't have any other questions, I guess that we
Yes.
have to end our class here.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, but one more thing is that I want you to do is that from next what do you call from next lessons, I want you to claim host.
Claim host. Yes.
Yes, you
For
become a
what?
host because we only study speaking. So, and you want to have the videos.
Oh,
right?
yes, yes,
So it's better for you to claim host so that you can press record and the record saves straight to your computer.
yes.
Yeah,
Thank you for noticing me.
that's okay. I will help you to claim host in the next one, but sure. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yes, for sure. Can you send me some forecast of
Sure.
2026?
Yes, I'll get send you the link. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, I gotta go, but I'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you and
Okay.
bye.
Yes. Bye.